Hello Stampers, welcome to another Rubber Redneck video tutorial. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this little box, Halloween box, and then it will fit 3 of those little mini Milky Way bars inside. So to start out with, we're going to create the box part. You want to cut 1 piece of Concord crushed cardstock at 5 inches by 7 inches. Then place it on the Simply Scored and score it in 1 inch on each side here. Turn it and then score it at 3 inches and 4 inches. Once you have it scored, then cut on those scored lines to create your little tabs. Then you're just going to fold on the scored lines. And we're going to set that aside just for a second. You want to cut 1 piece of basic black cardstock at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Once you have that cut, you want to apply some snail adhesive to the back, and then you're going to attach it to the Concord crushed cardstock here, and you want to put it on the side that is going to be your front. You'll notice that there's just sticky strip on this half of the Concord cardstock to hold the sides together, so we're going to start assembling that. We're just going to pull off the backing off the sticky strip here, fold the tab over, and then fold the other side forward and up. Line up your edges. Do the same thing on the other side. Just pull off the backing off the sticky strip. Fold that tab in and fold the side up. So then you'll have this so far. Now you want to peel off the backing off the sticky strip on the side. Then you're going to fold that front up, and then you're going to fold the flap over. Just line up the edges with the cardstock, or the edges of the cardstock here. And do the same thing on the other side. Just fold that edge, that flap over, and line up the edges. So there's the beginning of your box. Then for the handle, what I did was I cut 1 piece of Lucky Limeade cardstock at 1/2 inch by 6 1/2, and then I punched it out using the dotted scallop ribbon border punch. And you can do this 2 ways. You can just apply some snail like I did, or you can fold it in on the sides so it's attached to the sticky strip before you assemble the box all the way. It'll hold a little bit stronger if you want to fold it in with the flaps. Otherwise, you can just apply snail and stick it on the inside there. Then you want to cut 1 piece of Lucky Limeade cardstock at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. I took the Midnight Musings jumbo wheel and I inked it in Lucky Limeade and I rolled across the bottom. And then I sponged the edge there with Lucky Limeade cardstock. Then what I did was I took a scrap piece of pumpkin pie cardstock and I cut it so it was 2 1/2 inches long, and then I just used the lace ribbon border punch to punch out half of the pumpkin pie cardstock. I didn't need the full image because we're going to cover part of it. Then just apply some snail onto the back and place that towards the bottom of the Lucky Limeade cardstock. Then you want to cut a piece of Concord 1/2 inch stitched ribbon, and you want to apply glue dots on each end there of the ribbon and wrap that around the top, hiding that edge of the punched piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. Then you're ready to put that on the front of your box, so you're just going to apply some Stampin' dimensionals onto the back, and I just did 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. And then I attached that to the center of the basic black cardstock. Now, next I cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock at 1 3/4 inches by 1 3/4. I then took the stamp from Dark and Dreary, inked it in basic black, and stamped onto Whisper White cardstock. I sponged the edges with Lucky Limeade and Concord Crush, and then I added 3 Jewels Basic rhinestones. Now, to get this little tab here, I used the lace ribbon border punch, and I punched out just 1 part of the border punch, and then you're going to take your scissors, and where you have this little scallop, the higher scallop, what I did was I just cut along the edge, and then I did the same thing on the other side, just cut along the edge, and then I applied some snail to the end, and then I attached it so just this little tab was showing. Just another way to use that punch and make a project decorate it up a little more. I then applied 2 stamping dimensionals to the back, one at the top and one at the bottom. And I attached this to the front of the box, overlapping the ribbon and that pumpkin pie punched cardstock there. And then to finish it off, I took the stamp from Teeny Tiny Wishes, which is the Halloween, it says Happy Halloween. I inked it in pumpkin pie and stamped it onto Whisper White cardstock, and then I cut it so I had a little banner. I sponged the edges with Lucky Limeade and Concord Crush. I cut a dimensional part and added that on the back, and then I just kind of folded the ends to give it a little banner look, and then I put it down here going across the bottom. So you'll have that. And then to finish it off, what I did was I took some more of that Concord Crush 1/2-inch stitched ribbon, and I just tied a knot around the handle here, just to dress it up a little bit more. You can do 1 knot or double knot it. I like to do a double knot because then it definitely stays in place. And then I just cut off the excess of that ribbon. And then there is my little Halloween treat holder. Thank you for watching.